How random do you think you are? A few months ago, I made this rock, paper, scissors engine to answer that question. And how it works is simple. It starts off by having absolutely no clue what the hell you're gonna play. But as you play more and more, it begins building a psychological profile off of your moves to better predict what you play in return. And before you know it, after 100 or so games against it, if I just move this out of the way, it begins uncovering these unconscious patterns you have to subtly go with certain choices. And it rates these trends with confidence values. So then after a while of playing against it, it actually becomes almost scarily good at predicting your moves. So this got me thinking, can I somehow recreate this algorithm in a far more advanced way to go from playing rock, paper, scissors to reading your mind? Or at least trying to. Here, think of this. If I asked you right now to think of a number ranging from 0 to 100, your number may be, I don't know, 13, 94, or 65, or literally anything inside this range. So normally you would think, oh, for me to guess what number you're thinking of right now, the odds of that are super damn low. And you'd be right. Until I found this fucking study about human randomness, and it turns out when humans try being random, they end up being predictable, simple-minded monkeys, which I found to be pretty interesting. But now I wonder, this study only encapsulated the first number that came into their heads. What if instead they persisted coming up with numbers? Just how much psychological gauging and algorithmic training would it take to then create a learning model that is able to predict the human mind? And would that even be able to guess accurately more than 1% of the time? I don't know, but in this video, I'm going to be trying to get that as high as possible. Jesus Christ, this video is so damn stupid. Anyways, before I begin trying to build Skynet and the rise of the Terminators, I quickly want to switch back to my basic rock, paper, scissors code to explain what the hell is going on. When the game begins, you are presented with 3 buttons, rock, paper, or scissors. Now, upon originally loading it up, the engine has no information about who you are and how you play. So, just for the first move, I made it always play paper, because with humans, rock has already been recorded to be the most popular first choice. So statistically, it's already at a slight advantage. But what it's now done is record that move that you just played in a list, and every move that you play from then on also gets added to this list. But after a good enough sample size is recorded, something interesting happens. It begins trying to identify patterns by going through each index of the list and asking itself, is this spot here from the past the same thing as what's going on right now in the present? Oh crap, it is the same. But how similar is it though? Well, the pattern has been exactly identical for the past 5 moves straight, so surely the next move that's going to be played is scissors, right? No crap, even a first grader could find that pattern. But what's interesting with this algorithm is it doesn't just stop and play the counter to scissors right here and now. No, that's too easy. To ensure its accuracy, it continues to go through each and every index of the list, questioning what the hell the most prominent trend is. Just like over here, more recently we have the exact same pattern as before, but what's different is in this clump what was played next wasn't scissors. I broke the trend and played paper instead. So how the hell do we decide whether we should play the counter to scissors or paper? And the solution is appeal to human psychology. Humans struggle with retroactive interference, which means the more recent thought patterns tend to be more replicatable than the older thought patterns. Think of retroactive interference like how right now if you were to go on your phone and type in your password, it would come into your mind instinctively because of just how often you've been doing it recently. But then if I asked you to type in the password that you had 4 years ago, you'd go into a coma and have no damn clue what your password was back then. This is the fundamental aspect of retroactive interference. But the same thing could also apply when you're rapidly playing rock, paper, scissors as well. So if this pattern here was super old and this pattern over here was super new, we want to value this newer data more. And then we just have to store that for how confident we are for each value. But these two aren't the only patterns that we could find. There's also a bunch of random, smaller little patterns that might influence the decision. And after adding all those up, these are the final confidences the bot thinks I'll play. So then all we have to do is take the one with the highest confidence and then play the counter for that move. And it does this process after every single move you play against it. Over time, just getting stronger and stronger at predicting you. So now that you understand this base concept, I want to see just how stupid I could get this algorithm to be. But to start, I made this little window here, which is going to be the main way to enter numbers. Currently, this window is very bland. I know. Shut up. I'll try making it better later. But for now, the app currently only has 2 functions. And that is by using this text box here, we can enter a number. And what it's looking for right now is only numbers between 0 and 100. So if we enter a number inside this range, it will display a text that shows a predicted number. And because it currently has no brain and it doesn't know what to predict, I just made it say kill yourself constantly. So there's that. And if we enter a number that's outside this range, it won't even accept the input. And what's neat is you can enter numbers pretty quickly by just hitting enter and not using that stupid button. Anyways, enough of this bland-ass GUI. It's time to move on to the code. Or in other words, I just spent an entire few hours binge watching Breaking Bad while typing random things into the code here and there. And it was very productive. Basically what it does now, similar to how the rock, paper, scissors spot works, I first started by just comparing random spots from earlier in the inputted list to the more recent inputs that I've done to guess what will be next. Only difference being is when I was working on the rock, paper, scissors spot, I manually hard-coded its ability to look 5 moves back and compare it each time. And that system is garbage. Humans, though being stupid as hell, still do have patterns. But sometimes they are far less reoccurring than in groups of just 5. So to combat this, I made this goofy system here, which means I can now have as much depth as I want. And I think 1 million should do the trick. So our pattern prediction can now be so big, we can grab the entire B-movie script of 13,767 words, convert the entire thing into Morse code, which puts us up to 176,000 characters, and then convert that for a 0 for each dot and 1 for each line, and then make that so once every 5 playthroughs of this entire binary B-movie script, we just add one more 1 at the end of all of it, it would still be able to remember all those 1s and 0s after just receiving 881,000 bits of information. How the hell does this work? Well, it works by looking at the confidences for all numbers 0 through 100, and based on the sum for how strong each trend is, it adds how confident it is in playing that number. So if we have the entire B-movie script over here with 5 playthroughs for it to learn, and with that random 1 added to the end of it, and after seeing that that's there once every 5 loops, it's going to feel mighty fucking confident that that trend will continue. And also for those weirdos who decide to enter numbers and arithmetic and geometric patterns, I got this bunch of code here that says screw you and predicts ahead of that, because it is very easy to do. But another thing I want to add is, as you can see right now, I'm entering in numbers super quickly. It's kind of hard to see if the bot actually got it right or wrong every single time. So I quickly want to add a little something that plays a sound if it gets it right. This folder here is all the sound effects I use for my videos. Let's see if I could find something here. How about this? Jesus Christ, that's loud. Oh, hell no. That's pretty good, but I don't think it's affirming enough. What about a ding? Nah. Ooh, wait, this should be good. Alright. Ooh, and it has a failure noise? Wait, that's perfect. I could definitely use that. Even though this is the same sound effect that plays in those cringy kids YouTube family channels.
An Apple Watch and a regular one.
Alright, gotta trim the edges. Alright, there's the correct sound effect. And yup, there's the incorrect sound. Save those bad boys, and then get it to play real quick. Oh, this is about to be good. Okay, first number, 1. Okay, no. 2, no. 1, 2, 1. Okay, got it. And then 2 again. All right, there we go. It actually gets it. Oh my god, it's actually working. This is going to become so annoying so damn fast. I love it. Okay, I believe it's time for the first test to see how good the algorithm is so far. So here I just got done adding 3 metrics which are going to help try measuring that. First is the total win rate. 100% meaning that the bot has correctly been able to predict every single number I've entered, while 0% means that it hasn't gotten a single one correct. So we want this number to be high, but I also don't want to cheat. The other thing I added is the actual confidence table for each value. It only updates the confidences after you submitted the prior number, or else that would be cheating, but it's there to see if it's on the right track. And the last thing is the amount of rounds played. So in order to give this a good test, I want to start putting in numbers that are actually good random numbers, and a lot of them. This process might take a bit, so I began putting in a bunch of numbers. And to be honest, I didn't have super high hopes with this model so far, but as I kept going on while still maintaining a good level of randomness, the bot was actually able to get a few correct, which caught me off guard. But the main issue I began noticing was the more I played against it, was it began taking super damn long to generate each guess. This is because as I was recording this, I forgot to break out the damn loop, so the code is very laggy. By input 500, I already got so bored I took off my headset and began listening to music on my phone. I also realized a bit later, to decrease the time in between inputs, I began backlogging some of the numbers in the text box while I waited. But holy Jesus Christ, did it still take a while. I even got so bored, I began trying to stream movies on my second monitor when this happened. Oh fuck, oh no. Oh no. No, pause that real quick. Don't you dare crash. No, don't. Oh my god, thank god. Oh my god. Oh god. I've never been so happy to hear a buzzer in my life. Okay, there, I was able to put in 907 numbers into the bot. And look, I'm sorry I couldn't get to a clean 1000. You try spending 2 goddamn hours typing nothing but numbers. Anyways, with all of that complete, we got a total accuracy of 6.6%. Nah, I'm just kidding. 6.6% isn't that good, but it's higher than 1%, which means mathematically, there is some predictability in my inputs. So now it's time to try and exploit that to the max. After doing that test, my main conclusion for how to make it better is to probably stop treating each number as an individual entity. Here's what I'm thinking. Currently, the AI is a master at finding strict patterns and strict patterns only, but humans aren't always like that. In this pattern above, once the bot is trained on this pattern, it will have no problem repeating it again and again. But the issue is, if we swap out just one number here to a 3 instead of a 2, this is what the AI thinks is going on. And that's not good. It now totally discards this recognized pattern from before just because it doesn't perfectly align with this new one. So to get around this, I began thinking, most people who are inputting numbers probably have a keyboard like this, sorted by counting up with the exception of the 0 being at the end. And I believe this may affect the way people both conceptualize random numbers and type random numbers. So what if instead of just analyzing the pattern and this pattern only, we began trying to treat the keyboard as a normal distribution graph, and we begin rewarding the keys closer to the actual study guess for both the first digit and the second digit, so subconsciously patterns can become more generalized. This also means we can begin finding more subtle patterns to user inputs, such as taking apart each digit for each entry in the inputted list, and put that into new lists that we could study. Then by learning these patterns, we can then better predict whether the user's chubby hands tend to slide up or down the keyboard for each integer, and or do they just tend to stay relatively close. If they do end up moving, even if it's subtle, all we have to do is guess the most likely location their hands will end up on the keyboard. Then we use a normal distribution to reward the first digit confidence in each number. Then a bunch more distributions to reward the second digit confidence within each 10 number bucket. This here is cool and all, it's an interesting idea, but it still has one issue. And that is, if I don't want the AI to be completely stupid every single time the application is launched, I would need to train the algorithm beforehand. So then the algorithm is already pretty smart at predicting people before the main user even begins inputting their own numbers. Only problem is, if I want to train the AI accurately, I'm going to need a lot of data. A lot of... How do I get data? Oh, wait a second. So it's been about 5 days since I launched my Discord bot and began stealing data from you guys, consensually of course, and holy shit, did I get a lot of data. You guys are really that damn bored that you guys started forming movements and cults trying to get this number over 10,000. Now it's at 21,000. But oh my god. There's even a point where the bot shut off and died for like 5 hours and you guys held a goddamn funeral for it. What is wrong with you guys? Anyways, you may be wondering why I'm doing an IRL cam right now. And that's because in order to keep my bot online, I had to have my PC turned on 24/7. And was I really about to do that when I'm sleeping right here? No, I don't think so. That would keep me up more than my thoughts do already. So instead, over here, I have an alternate computer, and this computer has been powering the bot ever since I started it. This PC back here is very good. It's super quiet, has good specs, and is super damn hot because it has no fans in it. You could burn yourself just by touching it, but it's whatever, it worked. Anyways, how I've been storing all this is after any message gets sent, if the message is between 0 through 100 digit, then it gets appended to this giant ass file, this huge TXT file with all your data. And what's neat is after any number gets sent, it keeps track of who sent it so I could keep their individual data together. This could be useful for psychological profiling. So thanks to the versions on my Discord, I have your data now. So what the hell does one do with over 21,000 now sorted hand-typed numbers? Well, we cherry-picked the hell out of it because half you damn idiots just decided to count, which I specifically said in the instructions is doo-doo because I already have an algorithm for that. Anyways, what we can do now for every number in the dataset is we can look at every following number that was typed after, then we could gather this for each number and then split it for first and second digit. From there, if we sort it from lowest to highest, we are then able to find the median following integer for each number. Then we can file all of that into a dictionary binary, so it's easily callable later. And remember what I said earlier about just predicting the user's input for each integer? Well, we could try doing this by using a random forest regression model, which is this fucking thing, which could be used to predict sequences. And then all we need to do is run that twice to predict both the next first digit and second digit. And from what I see, it's actually pretty dang good at predicting numbers. So to combine these two ideas, to find a more accurate middle ground, all we have to do is gruesomely split it in half to find the average. Then I worked on this pretty neat neural distribution algorithm going on here, which basically accepts a target first digit and second digit that it wants to reward. So let's say the number we want to reward is 24. When it gets ran, you can see it spits out a whole lot of rewards, but mostly gives it the points of 24. But it also still rewards the neighboring 4s, like this one down here and all the way up here. And also rewards the numbers that share a closer first digit. So the further away the numbers are from the target digits, the less it will get rewarded. Holy crap, that was a lot of explaining, but I just got done putting all that in, and I'm only fairly sure I didn't drastically screw everything up, so it's time to test it. So here it is, but you may be thinking, oh, how are we actually going to give it a proper test to know if it actually improved or not because of blah 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 blah. Shut up, I thought ahead. Before I did the last test, I put in a piece of code that made it print the full inputted list into the terminal after every input. So all I had to do was take that same list of numbers later and program this button here, which I conveniently decided to call the 907 test button to call out how much of a lazy ass I am for not hitting 1,000 when I did it. Anyways, how the 907 button works is by pressing it, it begins repeatedly going through and quickly putting in the exact numbers from before. Holy shit, this is loud. What I'm trying to say is by giving each version of the AI the exact same standardized test, I can see if it actually improved. Also, I've greatly improved the speed of the AI, so it should actually be finishing quite soon. Oh wait. It went down. Why the fuck did it go down? I did so much. Hold on. Surely I gotta change some values. What if I tried again without a data set? What if I try it with a different amount of estimators? What if I change the standard distribution? What if I made it rely more on the data set? Why won't this work? What the fuck are all these regressors? It's impossible. It's impossible to get this number to 10. I gotta keep track of any minor improvements. Keep going up. Keep going up. Oh, I gotta make more snapshots of the trained models. Yay! How many more little numbers do I have to change? Huh? That did jack shit. There's no way to boost this win rate. There's literally no way. I can't reach 10. It's impossible to reach 10. It can't be done. It literally can't be done. What the fuck am I doing with my life? It has now been achieved. A win rate of 11.246%. And yes, those decimal points are very important. For many of you, that may not seem like a lot, but it really is. This means out of the 907 samples my bot was given for this test, it is able to exactly correctly guess over 100 of them consistently. That means if at one point there was an input of 32, the AI would have to also perfectly guess the exact 32 for it to be counted as a win. Meaning it could just be one off and it would be counted as a loss instead. So realistically, there's a 1 in 101 chance that it gets it correct, which is equivalent to a little less than 1% due to 0 and 100 also being eligible numbers. And my bot, still never being exposed to these numbers anywhere before the test, was still able to score over 1,100% better than that. And even when it doesn't get it exactly spot on, it still does tend to be very close to the actual number. But working on this has been no easy task. For nearly 2 weeks straight, I've done absolutely nothing besides waking up and meticulously scraping through my code, racking up dozens of hours of footage. I even at one point got so desperate I set up an automator to begin running thousands of 907 tests in my sleep, with each one automatically making a small micro adjustment to one of the weights, just to boost the win rate by a fraction. I even tried lending this project to a math wizard to see if we could increase the win rate. The results ended up leaving her insane, and she didn't even raise it by 0.1%. There hasn't been a single minute in the past 2 weeks where this audio wasn't constantly playing in my head. And do you want to know the main secret on how I was able to nearly double the starting win rate? Well, the secret was brutal hard work and self-development. Yeah, I'm full of shit. You see all these people here? They made a fuck ton of regressor algorithms throughout history. So what the AI does now is by feeding the necessary data to these learning models, they can return back an estimate for the first digit and second digit, but also a full number as well. Now alone, these estimates tend to be garbage, but by using my normal distribution idea, I'm able to layer together the distributions for all the first and second digits. And then on top of that, layer in a predicted full number guess as well with less standard deviation. And remember what I said earlier about the median following number dictionary and how we're going to need to average that with the regressors? Yeah, terrible fucking idea. Instead, we could also just pour that in separately. So even if each estimated number by itself is terrible, by just making a lot of garbage guesses, they're eventually able to find a consensus. Then unless there's a subtle strict pattern or mathematical sequence recognized, we just return the top number. So what my job has been is to carefully tweak the hell out of these regressors and find out which ones tend to be more ass. So I'm able to make them have less of a say on the guessed number. And by screwing around with these algorithms so much, I've been beginning to learn a lot about how humans tend to conceptualize randomness. And the results I found were, when under pressure, human creativity turns to shit. And I could prove this by looking more in depth into my 907 test. Now, if you were listening from before, you know the earlier versions of my number guesser were extremely unoptimized. So unintentionally, because the time in between number insertions became steadily slower as time went on, my numbers actually also became more random. What you're seeing right here is a line graph where each point represents a spot in the test. In these spots, I fed only the neighboring 50 numbers to the AI. So 101 numbers total. And then I let it clear its memory every single time before gauging the next location. So it was around here in the test when my method to input numbers was to type 1 on my PC, lay on my bed for like 40 seconds watching Hannibal, quickly come back and type another number, and then continue watching my show. And I believe it's because of that buffer space in between typing numbers, which led to the predictability of my numbers waterfalling. I could only assume this is because my subconscious state of mind was more refreshed after watching the show. And not only that, but my hands themselves were also likely placed in a more unique position each time I returned, so we didn't have that prior number I just entered influencing where I may want to go. But in this beginning section, I was absolutely destroying my keyboard entering numbers quickly, and you could also see the bot's relative win rate around this spot was also higher. But now, you must be thinking to yourself right now, oh, I wouldn't do something like that. I'm not predictable. I'm built different. No, the fuck you aren't. Well, maybe you are. My 907 test did actually have some giant artificial spikes occasionally because I did sprinkle in a few sequential numbers to see if it would catch it. Sorry about that. But I really do think that this AI can be used as a metric to quantify creativity and predictability among people. So by keeping in mind that whole pressure messes with creativity idea, I added some code here which now when the program is launched, there is a clock, and this clock is essentially just a time bomb. So right after you send your first number, it begins counting down, and as you can see, it works perfectly in the background. Also, I can easily edit the time when it starts and finishes here. So when I run it at 5 seconds and wait for that, I can no longer send numbers once it's expired. So now when entering numbers, people are constantly under that good old pressure I need them to be nice and predictable. And what exactly am I planning to do with all this? Well, now I'm wondering, is my crappy artificial intelligence bot somehow smarter than actual human intelligence? And now you may be wondering, how the fuck are you gonna be able to test that? Simple. I hit up my good friend B-Spot mentioning a time when I want him to be available to record, and also some money to make him blinded for possible devious acts. Then I spend an hour developing this new app, which, as you can see, has this little text box, and the objective of this app is to guess what numbers are in the sequence. See, I just got 15 right because I know it's the first number in this list, but this will be hidden later. So if I type something shitty, it marks it wrong, because the actual answer is 20. So if I spam it real quick, it allows you to keep track of the past 10 numbers, and whether you got them right or wrong. And if you keep guessing numbers, eventually you reach the end, and it tells you what your final win rate is. Then we app to my other friend Tyler, telling him that we're gonna meet on the same day as B-Spot. Then all we have to do is convert the main app into an exe file using PyInstaller, which should be a pretty simple process. What do you mean main isn't found? You're literally in main. No, oh my god, this is so annoying. Please, Indian tutorial, save me. Alright. Oh shoot, that actually worked. Alright, it wants the file, so I'm gonna grab them, put them here. Alright, then launch it. It isn't even loading. What the fuck was that? That did nothing. Wait, nah, screw turning this into an executable file. I'm just gonna,
Dom thinks you're either gay for me or you have cancer. What is it?
So I'm gonna send my entire bot over to you, and I want you to play it.
Okay.
You should screen share, by the way. Cool. Here, let me just send you the .py file. I don't know if that would be faster, just me doing this. There you go. No, just hit download on that. Yeah, just click that. Are you white screening from downloading that?
Okay.
Oh.
No.
There.
Is this all the numbers you got?
Yeah, that's the entire data set. It's all in one file.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm gonna send you some stuff. You're going to need to like put it in.
Like stick it in.
Yeah, the path. You'll see. So download this and this. No, stop. I hear that in my dreams. Oh, okay, it finally worked. All right, there, now move it to the right. So what the objective is, I want you to get as low as a win rate as possible, right? AKA try and be as unpredictable as possible. And you have to type in 500 numbers.
Holy moly.
In the 11 minutes, of course. Jesus Christ, that's loud.
Oh my God.
Yeah, the time started. It should start ticking down. It does require a lot of keyboard spamming. Are you just bruh? Yeah, you just started typing what it was putting. It's obviously going to catch that. You can't fool it that easily.
I don't know what I was doing. I'm just putting in numbers. Oh, got him there.
What is that laugh?
Great.
Oh, I got it right again.
Ooh, 23 in a row. Oh, one more time. Free.
Yo, the win rate is going up for the bot. It's learning you.
Is it bad that I'm locked in?
Yeah, you suck.
23. And the aficionado, I do.
Oh, it did 32 when you typed 20. Okay, it got the numbers swapped. Oh, no, guy.
What?
72.
Watch it. 51. It's not gonna free. I was just gonna I was edging it.
You were edging the AI.
Oh, I almost did yo. It almost got me there.
You're trying to outsmart the AI.
Bruh, that's so random. Frick you. You didn't predict that. You just chose a random number, idiot.
Yeah, you're right. I'm using random numbers. Yeah.
23.
You see, if it was truly random, like it would only get like a 1% win rate, a little bit less than that. But it's not. That's
Turn with that 23. Free.
it's all the bro. You're not fooling it, dude. Okay, maybe you just learn yourself. Oh, it was a one off there. It was one off. All right, now I got it.
23 gang.
You don't have to, dude. Chill out.
It's working. Never mind.
Is it? Is it? You only have like a minute 25 left.
I know that's why I'm doing this because this is a cruise strat.
Come on. All right, but don't kill your keyboard.
I don't care about my keyboard.
Yo, I hear your like little fingers prancing around. 10 left. All right, this 10 you could actually probably take your time.
Light work.
Okay.
You know what I got?
Okay, whatever. One more. What's your last number gonna be?
I did it on 23.
It got a 5.2% win rate against you, which is actually very good.
At the end, I was spamming, so...
Alright, so you see in terminal there, you see all those numbers just inputted?
Yeah, these ones.
Copy paste all those to me. Down a little bit? Yeah, you should see it like ends with a bracket. Just give me all those numbers. There.
Okay, I think my predictability went up a lot when I started spamming because it's not like I was moving across my entire keyboard. I just kind of kept in this.
Yep, and that was the entire point. I was also just trying to add social pressure. The entire point of it was to actually pressure you. Anyways, Tyler was actually never actually gone, and I'm actually gonna add him to a DM real quick. There. Create group DM. Alright, he's here.
Yo.
Before I yap, turn on your camera right now, Tyler.
Oh, I need my camera?
This is the safety protocol.
Hold on, let me plug my phone in. Is that it? Oh, he's sexy and he's beautiful, guy.
Alright, what is happening, dude?
So I just got Bspot to enter a billion numbers, aka 500, and I'm basically just gonna screen share. You're gonna have to try guessing it from my computer, basically. And if I see you, I know you have 2 monitors. If I see you turn away, and Bspot is texting you and giving you the numbers that he just sent me, I'll know you're cheating, okay?
Okay.
All right, I'm gonna hide his numbers. There, I got it all loaded up. Here is the app. So every number that he puts, it's gonna be on this giant column thing if you're looking. So you can see what's he gonna do next. So Bspot got a 5.2% win rate.
Sure.
And if you could get higher than that, I'll give you both $20, so $40 total.
You mean lower than that, or
No, he has to guess it better than the bot, basically.
Okay, I see.
Yeah. There's 500 remaining. The final win rate gets shown once you're only done guessing all 500.
All right.
What number do you think Bspot put in first? And I'll just type it.
What number do I think you put in first? Fuck.
Think and you are Bspot. Think about it.
Can I contemplate?
Yeah, dude, take your time.
I'll start with 0.
He guessed 23 for his first number, and you can see he got it wrong. There will be a red and green if he gets it right or wrong.
I like it. Okay.
Yeah.
You know, I'm feeling there's a logical pattern here. 23.
You went to 65.
Fuck this kid. I'm just gonna start like fastballing it, just like
Yeah,
saying
you're
a
gonna need
bunch
to do a
of-
bit of that. There's like 490 left.
Can you do the numbers 0 through 50 consecutively?
What do you mean?
Like 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6,
Oh, you
7,
want me to
that's
do
all.
that right now? You got one.
There.
Yo, so you wanted 100 as well?
Yeah.
Okay, Jesus, bro. Alright, are you gonna keep automating guesses or are you just gonna like...
Let's do countdown from 100 to 0.
You're not for real.
Oh, I'm for real, yeah.
You know you could put more thought into it.
It's random.
Well, it's B-spot random. It's guessable. This is B-spot... Okay, whatever.
Based off of your reaction, there's meant to be some discernible pattern that I'm meant to be analyzing here,
Well,
and you were
it's
hoping
B-spot.
since I'm analytical that I would like look and find something. But
It's
I'm just
very
like-
difficult. It's very difficult.
I mean, honestly, a good strategy would be to just pick up on one that he types a lot, and then just do that like a lot, and then just only that one, right? Yeah, I know he likes. There's 2 in the 70s, so we could try doing just a bunch of things in the 70s. So if you want to just do for the next few turns, go from 71 to 79. No, I don't. He doesn't usually do things with the 0
Alright,
in it.
it's true.
So I would do 71.
Oh, immediately. 72?
That's,
Alright. Dude,
you know what? Just keep doing 17 for a while. I'm not even joking. It's fucking 71. That's the same thing. Just keep doing 17. I don't even care. Oh my god, this is aggravating.
you want me to stop? You feel like you're wasting these guesses?
No. Do another 17.
Okay.
I feel like a gambler. Yeah, the pattern here is that he does 7 a lot. I
know.
I mean, I could try to be more analytical, but considering he was being random, I'd probably be overanalyzing.
Of course. You're overfitting your own mind.
Yeah, exactly. I don't want to overfit here. The BeastBot neural network.
It only has like 3 nodes max.
Yeah, yes. It's just input to output nodes. There's nothing in between.
No hidden layers.
We're such fucking nerds. Nobody watching is gonna know what the fuck any of that means.
I don't know what you're talking about.
So what I'm noticing, I guess the main pattern is he's not hitting any of the numbers in the middle, and his trying to be random. I assume while he was doing this, he was doing a really quick succession at this point. So he's doing all the numbers at this end, and then going all the way back here. He's like going here, then here, then here, then here. Going on a 90 streak.
Oh.
Yeah, a 60. That makes sense. Go for 9.
Oh.
Let's go. 5, 5, 7, 4, 8, 9.
Yeah, carry the
slowly
3.
work up.
Actually, don't make me lose $40. Like, I know it's funny to begin with, but don't actually.
There you got
Oh
it.
yeah, out of your millions, dude.
$20 is a lot, bro. $20.
Yeah, you got it.
I like how you'd have to blur all the footage for the rest of the video. I was like,
Oh, that's crazy.
huh.
How does it taste?
I don't like the whole video is just blurred. I'm like, man, I don't know what to put. What should I put, guys? What should I put? go for do 10.
Ooh.
I hate you, BeastBot. Do a 3. Then 5. Yeah. There's no fucking. It's just a monkey with the fucking like symbols in his brain. Just doing this shit. All right, I'm gonna just do like my own algorithm here. So you did 1. Now do 9.
27.
Then 2.
Yeah. 7.
So then 8. Okay. Now do 3.
You see, it's funny because like you're thinking logically in
And
the same way that
7.
I would think, but like
Yeah.
yeah.
If you couldn't tell, what I was doing was I was just working my way towards
Yeah.
the center from both. So 1 and then 9.
really?
Well, but when I'm saying that, 1 second. My mom's texted.
Oh,
Is-
are you looking, bro? BeastBot, stop cheating. Stop looking at your phone.
I texted his number. Give him all the next numbers.
My mom is giving me the answers right now.
You're not getting the $20. I've had it enough.
Do a 6.
Yo, this is actually just right and wrong.
Do a 3. Do
Dude,
Do
what
a-
is this footage?
do a
Like,
4.
you're actually just autistic. Like, what is this, Hive?
For the last 23 guesses, I want you
Yeah.
to put the number guess that we have left.
You're not for real.
So
Actually, do
22.
you actually want this for your last bit?
I don't know my win rate, so I might sell it. Let me think for a second. I'm gonna pull out my calculator.
Yo, actually cheating.
He's using a couch.
You had to get 26 correct if I'm doing that mental math correctly. Or 27 maybe, whatever, somewhere around there.
Nah, I kind of want $20. I'll go for 4.
1 off.
All right, then I'll go 1 off from what I think the next one will be. Go for 1.
So you just 1.
Yeah,
two.
what I meant was fuck, dude, fuck. Well, I think it's 2, so let me go 1 less than I think it is. I think now it's time to do the plan of action. Go for 8.
I already knew.
Go for 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Yeah.
Hey,
Yo!
4. Fuck. 3.
1.8. Damn, Beastbot really actually did do a good job at being random there. Because like I was like, damn, if the bot, even the bot got like 5%, like that's kind of crazy. And then like human gets 1.8. Like damn.
Good job building a bot, dude.
Yeah. There goes down 2 months of my life for no goddamn reason. I'm so done with this video. So there it is. My stupid robot can predict humans nearly 3 times better than humans could predict themselves, which is pretty interesting. But now you may be wondering, why isn't this video a Minecraft video? Well, I actually want to talk to you about that. I've been doing nearly nothing else but Minecraft content for the past 4 years of my life. And with that, I've only began doing creational type videos a year and a half ago. But I feel like I've reached a roof. Cool, let's do an entire Mojang update in 1 week. Alright, now let's create Discord in Minecraft. Nice. Now a 3D printer. Alright. Now create a parkour pathing algorithm. Oh, okay. Now let's create a literal chess engine inside of Minecraft. What the hell? But now I wonder, how do you top that and still be able to post within the next millennium? This is why I feel like I've reached a realistic top for how far I could go with Minecraft content. So that's why I finally decided to step away and make this video. This is currently the first video of its kind, so I bet there's a bunch of ways I can improve and not make it garbage. But with this change, I hope I could finally start putting out videos more often. And not just any videos, but videos I'd want to watch myself. Because I don't only want to be able to post 1 video every 3 months. That's terrible, and you know what? I'm terrible for doing such a thing. So I'm sorry, and as an apology, I would like to make it 1 month instead.
Is that how you end it? I have a better ending for your video.